David Stringer. Welcome to the final program in the series R-2000, The Better Built House. We've come full circle. 20 programs ago, I stood in front of this sign and introduced the series. And all throughout those shows, we've been using the R-2000 home as an example of a better built house. We've looked in detail at the effects of this kind of construction on the builder and their construction practices. And we've found that changes from conventional practices are required at both the design stage and all the way through the construction process. Now it's time for the proof of the pudding. We're going to talk to some people who actually live in these houses. As well, we're going to talk to some builders about their success in marketing the R-2000 product. After all, there's no point in building the best house in the world if nobody wants to buy it. Now, I've been guided through these programs by an experienced builder of energy-efficient housing, Oliver Drerup. And he's no stranger to talking to homeowners and other builders. So I think it's time to go find him.
Well, I certainly hope you don't have very many more questions, David, because we're just about out of time.
Well, let's see. I've seen every blueprint in the civilized world. I know how to design the houses, build them. You took me where you buy windows and doors and showed me what color the nails ought to be and how you put the final little dab of paint on the doorknob. No, I don't have any questions left.
Good.
But I think it's about time we got on to that all-important aspect of marketing the darn things.
It's certainly the central theme of this program. And what we're going to do is go out and talk to some of the homeowners, people who actually live in these buildings.
I have an unusual testimonial. The first time I was in a finished R-2000 house, it felt, there was a kind of a sense that it lived up to all of its claims. But what do you think the homeowners are going to say? Well,
I think what you're going to find is that they didn't buy these houses only for energy savings. I think you're going to find they're really interested in the quality that's derived as a result of the program.
Well, I'm kind of tired of hearing you talk, so let's get right on with the promotion of the better built house.
Well, let's take a look at what these people have to say.
Knowing that it was an R-2000 house helped us with the decision because we were a one-income family. And knowing that the heating bills were going to be very low, we thought we would go ahead and purchase it. And that was one of the main reasons, because you weren't going to be hit with a large $200 or $270 heating bill. You could pretty well count on it not exceeding more than $55 for the month.
Yes, we find this house very warm and comfortable. There's no drafts or cold spots. It's even temperature all throughout it.
This house, you can go around all year round in your bare feet. You never notice any change in the temperature. It's always very comfortable. No drafts whatsoever. You have no idea of what the weather is like outside until you step out that door.
I think the air quality is fresher, and certainly there seems to be a more even feeling throughout the home.
There's a lot less dust. You don't have to dust as often. I found in the old house you're always dusting the upstairs, whereas here the airflow seems to be steady enough that there's no dust set in one specific room.
My oldest daughter has allergies, and they have been kept under control with the air exchanger running. There's been no coughing sprees, and all of the allergies are totally under control.
For a 12-month period, the gas bill come to $235. This house is a little over 1,900 square feet. So as far as I'm concerned, that's tremendous.
We averaged about $56 a month during the winter months. So for the whole heating season, it cost us approximately $280 to heat the house. And that's at a very warm, comfortable temperature.
When we came and we looked at the houses, I was impressed by the quality of the workmanship. The double wall really impressed me. And overall, the energy savings was a factor, but it was the house itself that sold me.
Yeah, it was a pretty strong endorsement of the R-2000 program by those people. And often, you know, when you see somebody speaking that positively about something, you figure somebody must have paid them off to say those nice things. But having met those people and been in their houses, it's pretty impressive.
Well, you know, market research is really an ongoing aspect of this entire program. We look at the real estate field, we look at the financial field, we talk to builders who are building the buildings, and we also talk to the homeowners. For example, out of 300 homeowners whom we surveyed, 95% of them said that they would really like to have another R-2000 house.
Well, that's a pretty great track record. Now look, Oliver, you know how you've come to love and adore and look forward to that little review we do, that little educational review of the 5 key features of the better built house?
The review.
Yeah. Well, this is show 20. There's only one review left of those features, and I think you should have the honor.
You promise me this is the last one?
Absolutely the last one.
Okay, stand back. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the very last review of the 5 key features of the Better Built house.
There are 5 key features that are common to R-2000 and energy-efficient houses alike. Firstly, they have higher levels of insulation than the conventionally built house. Second, the houses are built to control air leakage and be draft-free. Third, because the house is that much tighter, a mechanical ventilation system is needed to provide a controlled and regular supply of fresh air to each room of the house. The fourth feature is the use of efficient heating equipment. And the fifth and final feature is the use of building designs which make use of passive solar heat.
Well, now, to what extent are those 5 key features responsible for that level of homeowner satisfaction?
Oh, I think very much responsible, but the point is that we really have to look at selling the benefits of this kind of housing and not the features.
Well, what kind of benefits are you talking about? Reduced fuel bills, increased comfort?
Yeah, both of those, but there are other things as well. You've got to realize that these buildings have very little draft in them. They are very tight. Therefore, they have extremely even temperatures throughout. They have excellent sound attenuation because obviously whatever you do to thermally insulate the building also is very good at reducing incoming sounds. They're dust-free, and you can control the humidity in these buildings.
So you're saying that the builder should be selling the benefits rather than the features?
Exactly right. What you've really got to look at is the fact that you can't produce this kind of house unless you're building a higher quality building, and it's that we're looking to sell.
Well, how do you address the fact that the houses cost more? How do you smooth that one over?
Well, in a word, it's because they're better built houses. The fact is that they don't cost that much more. You're looking at perhaps 5 to 10% over conventional units of the same size. The homeowner is not only going to get that back in terms of reduced fuel prices, but more importantly, they get all these features and benefits with the building that they wouldn't otherwise have.
Well, after knowing you now for 20 programs, I can certainly walk in and swear that you're committed to the idea from the things we've seen. But how are other builders taking it? You know, large builders, small builders. How have they been reacting to the whole program?
Well, I've had an opportunity to go out and interview a number of them, and I think we should look at that tape. Here we go. I'm here with Ward Campbell of Starward Homes, who's a medium-sized builder, having constructed all the R-2000 houses around this crescent. Ward, thanks for taking some time with us.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here, Oliver.
All of these houses are R-2000?
All but one.
All but one. And how many R-2000 houses have you built?
We have built 33 R-2000 homes.
Very impressive. Why?
Well, my company has a policy of being a leader in the industry, and we feel that the energy efficiency is going to be the thing of the future. We want to be the company that's had the experience and the know-how to do it right.
Well, speaking of that know-how, how difficult is it to get the crews to produce this kind of a building?
At first, it was very difficult. It took a lot of on-site supervision, but the more you do, the better it gets. So as we went along, the crews became more proficient at it, and there was no problems.
That's been my experience as well. Tell me, what about marketing these units?
Well, we market from a model complex. I put up 2 models, furnished them, and then I built a wall section showing how to R-2000 put together in the basement of the first house. It's manned by a real estate office, and we've used that system simply so that they can show the people that the houses look normal, behave normally, but also show them the equipment and the advantages of R-2000.
Well, Ward, I really want to thank you for making some time in your busy day for us. I'm going to go off and interview a small custom builder to get some feel for what their operation is like. Thanks.
Oh, it's been my pleasure.
I'm standing out in the rain with Norbert Strahl of Strahl Construction. We're out here sort of demonstrating the point that builders actually work in the rain. I found Norbert in this stuff. Norbert's an R-2000 builder who's medium to small in size, and I'm going to ask him about the program and his reactions. Norbert, how many R-2000 houses have you built?
In the last 2 years, we built 10.
10. And how do you like the program?
I like the program very much. It's, you know, it's helped me train my trades and train some of the people that work for me. Very conclusive training program.
That you actually find helps you in getting these houses produced in the field?
Definitely.
Any difficulty with any of those tradespepeople?
It took the electricians and the plumbers a while to realize, in fact, most of the trades, that the vapor barrier was an important part of the R-2000 and wasn't to be broken or ripped or torn.
But once they got the hang of it?
No problem. We try to keep the same trades that follow us around.
Good. So once you got a core group of people together, a team, it wasn't very difficult to produce?
Yeah, no problem.
How about the consumer? What's marketing like?
Well, they're getting a a superior product over the traditional home, and they're willing to pay the little extra the R-2000 takes.
Do you think that's because of energy savings, or is it the quality?
I think it's quality. Living conditions inside a home like this is far superior.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Let's get out of the rain.
That's a great idea, Albert.
I've certainly met a lot of people in the recent past who are very committed to the R-2000 idea. And you haven't pulled any punches about your opinions about quality construction.
Nope.
But I have a little confession. I think I now know what an R-2000 house is, but I really don't know anything about the R-2000 program.
Oh, that's easy. It's a Canadian government program. It's established by the federal government through the Agency of Energy, Mines and Resources in recognition of the amount of energy that can be saved in the housing sector. And the delivery agent is the Canadian Home Builders Association, which is my association. We've gotten a lot of support from the provincial governments all across the country, most notably from the province of Ontario and the Ministry of Energy there.
I've really been impressed by your fabulous lifestyle, you know, and I think I might want to become a builder. How do I get involved with the R-2000 program?
Before you become a builder, you'd better talk to my wife and kids, because they've rarely seen me in the last few weeks, I can tell you. But if you want to get involved, what you do is contact CHBA, the Canadian Home Builders Association, and we're located all across the country in all the cities.
Now, what kind of support will I get there?
Quite a variety of stuff. Probably most notably, you're going to have instructional workshops about the R-2000. Perhaps at least as importantly, you have the opportunity to exchange information with other builders in your area and look for shortcuts, things that you can do that are less expensive, anything that will improve the product. And you also get a lot of marketing support, both from the federal governments and from the provincial governments, as well as from CHBA.
Sounds like a pretty good deal. Maybe I will go into competition with you. But you know what, buddy boy? I think we're at the end of the series now. And before somebody fades off into the distance, I'd just like to thank you for the hard work you've done. And I'd also like to thank you for the 1,000 times you dragged me by the shoulder and say, David, you gotta have a look at this, and then came through with something interesting.
Well, I'd like to thank you for teaching me a whole lot about television as well. It's been exhausting, but it's been fun.
Well, listen, using your newfound knowledge, and I hope you're not becoming an expert in yet another field, what do you think we ought to do to end the series?
Well, if it was up to me, what I'd do is I'd let the homeowners talk about their houses, because in the final analysis, they're the people for whom this whole program is for.
I'd say that's a good idea. Let the people talk.
We liked the features of the house as far as the attractiveness of it, but also the energy savings was a bonus, and it enabled us to afford a house in this price range because of the energy savings.
I think we have better comfort here, more efficiency, and it's a better building.
It's a better quality home, and it's better constructed than most homes.
R-2000 homes are very well built from start to finish.
Well, I believe it's simply a better built house.
And that's the end of our series. Thanks for being with us on R-2000, the Better Built House.
This is the sunset thing, eh?
Yeah, this is where we ride off into the sunset. You'll be amazed, actually, Ollie, in the edit room. They'll add horses. We'll be on horseback.
Really?
They'll put a little sunset in there at the end of the street. And,
okay.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden the horses go real skinny in the credits.
Oh, yeah, the credits. That's the longest part of the program, isn't it?
Yeah.